Hi, I'm Mario Labad and welcome to Click Celebrity Corner, where beautiful people meet and share their thoughts because every story inspires and every inspiring story must be shared. Tonight, our guest is an internationally acclaimed fashion designer who made a name in the Middle East, Riyadh in particular, after working with the King's Daughter for 18 years. A fine arts graduate from the University of San Carlos in Cebu, he was born in Sulu but grew up in Dumaguete City where he finished high school at Silliman University. With his wide exposure in marine life and the deep appreciation with Mother Nature, plus the richness of the local royalty in the southern Philippines and adapting to the grandeur of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, he is known for his elaborate embroidery, intricate beadworks, bedecked with flamboyant embellishments. His name is synonymous to opulence in the local fashion industry. Fresh from his successful US fashion show tour, including Hawaii, friends, please welcome the Prince of Beads himself, Amir Sali. Hi, Amir.
Thank you, Click, for having me here. I'm so glad that you invited me and you spent time for me.
Of course, welcome to Click Celebrity Corner, and thank you for accommodating us. I know you're very busy nowadays because it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
And I know you have lots of clients waiting for you. Because of the Christmas season, as I
It's
said.
the peak season
Peak
now.
season.
This is the best month of coming to the best month of the year, which is December.
Yeah, and of course, welcome home.
Thank you very
Fresh
much.
from the US tour.
Yes, it was tiring but very overwhelming.
When was the last time you had a US fashion show tour?
Actually, we had a lot of photo shoots, but we did this series of shows for the past 3 months. So we went to New York, we went to Hawaii, and then we went to Houston, and then we also went to Los Angeles.
With this collection of yours, how was it received by the audience?
Well, you know very well that America is so into minimalism, and then Philippines, we are into flamboyant dressing. You know, we love intricacy, we love detail, we love texture, we love embellishment. So basically, Filipinos are textured people. You know, we like everything with a touch, with impressions. So when you bring fashion of the Philippines to the United States, it's some sort of you have to adjust a little bit because they're not into a lot of details. They are more of ribbons and accent and brooches and bags, rich buttons. But for us, we want the fabric itself rich na. We want it decorated. We want it embellished.
Okay. Just curious, when you do a show abroad, do you sell the clothes in some clients, especially those who are in dire need to have one?
To be honest, most of our clothes are already reserved prior to our flying.
Okay.
So when we return home, we have nothing in our hands. It's all sold out.
Paano yun? When you say reserve,
They ordered, it's pre-ordered clothes.
Okay.
So pre-ordered like
So
this.
they've seen it online?
No, they haven't seen. Like they said, okay, I need a dress for an event, so I will pick it from the collection. What do you think is best for me? Please reserve 2, 3 for me. So doon pa lang, before we really leave the country, nandun yung lineup of buyers na to buy the clothes.
Wow.
So that's one thing really beautiful. We're blessed that we have ready people who's gonna purchase all our.
And of course, the organizers too.
Yeah, of course, and not only that.
Prerequisite ba yun for you sa mga organizer nga? Before we
To
go
buy?
there, before we go there must be already pre-sold items.
I know. Actually, it's just a show, pure show. But since they like also to be, to be part of that show, they might as well not chasing after it after the event. So it's better to just reserve it prior to the event. So at least they have sure na they have 1, 2 pieces for them.
Okay. Now, let's backtrack a little, Amir, and
Okay.
take down memory lane. Now, right after college, you applied for a job.
Right after college, actually, the sad part is I haven't tried working in the Philippines ever.
That's what I'm pointing out.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi di ba, you applied, pero you applied immediately sa house ng king or...
No, I did not apply. I was interested of learning and studying. Even at the even at the age of 25, 26, where all of us already graduated, I still long and look to learn more. I love to study, so it was a very good opportunity to be sent to Cairo for exchange student, like learning more about interior design, but focusing on furniture. So,
So it's
it
an
was a
exchange
very
student with the Egyptian government?
yes. Like it's no, it's Islamic, because I came from a
Okay.
Muslim
Oh,
family,
yeah.
so it was like an arrangement to send to educate some Muslim from the Mindanao. So I was just blessed to was that the Mindanao governor sent me to that.
So it was a local.
Yeah, it was
LG,
the local. It's
LGU
just, they're
of-
communicating, I guess. And then I went to Cairo to have that studies, and then that's the time that I was exposed to like very ornate things, like the pharaonic arts and all the richness of the Egyptian culture and tradition. It's just like overloaded talaga. Masya-shock ka talaga of what they have there.
Paano ka napunta sa Riyadh?
The offer was given to me in Cairo. I met
As a what?
As I was hired as interior designer since I finished interior designing in Cebu in University of San Carlos. So I was offered to do some curtain work. So it was about interior and decorating some portion of their house. I was just thinking it's just a house. I never knew it's a palace.
So you had no idea talaga?
No idea, because she did not
Not an
introduce-
inkling that it's going to be a palace.
Actually, when I met her, she was just like, parang they offered to sit in lang in the classroom. Though she was not properly introduced that she's the daughter of a king or like that. No, she was just, but I was just curious why she is having a lot of women security with her. But she did not introduce herself or whatever details about her. So, di rin ako nag-isip ng kung ano. So, she just sit there. And then, she observed that I was the only Asian inside the classroom, like studying this kind of, because it was like an advanced studies for interior design, because I was trying to give more focus on
Was it an
furniture design.
MA course? No.
It's a masteral degree actually.
okay,
Yeah, it's a masteral degree in interior design, but I'm focusing on furnitures. So that's why I am exposure to furnitures, to fabric, to details of curtains. Parang ang laki ng connection niya sa what I am today.
So as you mentioned, you have no inkling that she was the daughter.
Yeah,
of,
no at all. And even then, when she talked to me, it was so plain and simple. Wala talaga siyang air na I am this and that. So I have no idea. So it was very good for me because I can answer all her question plain and simple because hindi ka ma-intimidate because of her position.
How was the ice-breaking process niya?
No, she just asked me why my name is Amir. And I am Asian, so it's rare that she can hear that Asian people with a name Amir. So then I gave to her my background that I came from the southern part of Mindanao. I was born in Holosulu and I grew up in a Muslim family. So my father gave me a name Amir. So he said, "Don't you know the meaning of your name?" I said, "Amir, it's just Amir." No, in Arabic, Amir means prince. So hindi niya sinabing, tumawa lang siya, it's prince, but, so, you are a prince. Sabi ko, no, I'm
A
not.
princess.
You're a prince. Ganun lang, so icebreaker, ginamit lang niya yung word na Amir is an Arabic name. So that's the time also I discovered that my name is so special. That
Only
Amir,
that time?
Only that time because we don't really deal with big issues about names here in the Philippines like Maria Makiling, Pedro Penduko. Wala naman tayong pakialam kung anong binibigay na name sa atin. But it was nice that I discovered that my name is Arabic and the meaning is prince.
So you were hired by the princess.
Yeah, I was commissioned to do some curtains for them. So that was the first time, and then she was just like impressed that people from Mindanao, especially from Philippines, can be as creative as she saw in the classroom that I explained to my schoolmates about details in curtains, blah 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 about interior design. Sabi niya, you are very smart. Do you have a beautiful school for interior design or fashion in your country? I said no. So, yun yung nakakalungkot na part.
Doon nag-start that she offered you a scholarship to go to
No, she
Cairo.
offered me to work for them. But there is a stereotyping idea that when you work in Saudi Arabia, you are just like desperate to go there. Desperate people only go to Saudi Arabia. If you can find a job in the Philippines, you have to fly to Saudi Arabia to be a domestic helper, construction worker. So parang natakot ako. Hindi naman ako nag-aral for that position. No issue for domestic helper or construction, but you know, we have bigger dream in our lives na why Saudi Arabia? What can Saudi Arabia offer to me?
Yeah.
So, sinabi niya sa akin to work there. Sabi ko, no. I will not work.
Bluntly?
Sinabi ko, sorry, I cannot work. If I'm going to study, to go further with my education, I hope I can land a job in the US or probably in London. Because this is what we like, di ba?
Yes,
the Filipinos wanted to go to America. That's the, like, we always think that America is the land of the milk and honey. So we
What
want to
changed your mind?
So she told me, like, oh, okay, if you will not work with me, then what's the reason? I said, I really don't have plans. What can I say in Saudi Arabia? What do you have there to offer to me that I can enrich a little bit of my education? Said, we have a beautiful place there that you can... So ako kasi pag Saudi Arabia, camel, desierto, di ba parang ano makikita?
Kingdom din. Kings.
Yeah, siguro probably you can see their status, their lifestyle, but there is not much things to offer for creative people like me. So ako I was very young during the time. I was just like 24 years old, 26 years old, dreaming to something big in my life. Pero sabi ko, Saudi Arabia is not the answer. Parang ganun ako, Saudi Arabia. Siguro may mag-offer sa akin ng London or Paris or New York, I will really get that offer. But
you told her that?
Oh, sinabi ko sa kanya. So I was just being me. I was just being honest na, sorry ma'am, I cannot go. Sabi, okay, if you will not work in Saudi Arabia, just do a favor, like gawan mo akong curtains tulad ng mga dinidesign. So that's the time that she commissioned me to do some work for the...
How long?
Well, it took probably about 5 to 6 months to do the curtains, and when we delivered it, and that's the only time I knew she was the daughter of a king. So when I installed everything and I saw the palace, I thought it's a gymnasium. It's so huge. So everything was totally a culture shock. Grabe, everything I saw in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it's not the thing that I was expecting or I was imagining in my mind.
It changed everything.
It changed everything. When she offered, she asked me, why try working with us and then we give you further education if that's what you're looking for. Sabi ko, what kind of education can you offer? I said, anong dream mo? So I said, I want to become a fashion designer one day. So
it came from you.
Yeah, it came from me. And then she said, okay, the best, you don't have fashion school in your country? Sabi ko, we have, but it's only like 4 months, 3 months course. So I said, I'll send you to a school wherein you can really get a good education, and that's Paris. So pag sabing Paris, every designer's dream to really go there. Diba?
So quiet ka na agad?
Yeah, I was like shocked. Diba? Like I was like Alice invited to a wonderland.
And then, agad.
I said yes. Sige, sabi ko, I will try to ask my father and my mother if they will agree with the idea working for you. And then my mom and dad was in the States during the time. So she called up and then nag-ask siya ng permission to... Anyway, my father gave me like parang tuta lang. Sige, you can get Amir and work with it. Parang ang bilis-bilis. Because my father was so excited that I will work in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia because it is an Islamic kingdom. So
but not as a fashion designer, but as an interior designer.
As interior designer. At saka gusto ng papa ko kasi na I will be more Islamic in my ways because that's a very good place for us to grow spiritually.
Exactly.
But everything changed when I arrived in Saudi Arabia. Nabago lahat-lahat. Okay.
So she offered you to study in Paris
for 3 years. For 3 years. Sabi niya,
3 years ang
no, sabi niya, you work for me and I will send you to a good school. So it was like a contractual thing. So,
but it was not immediate yung pag-alis mo. You stayed in Riyadh for a few months.
Actually, no. I was sent right away.
Right away?
Yeah, right away, yeah. Kasi when I returned, I should sign a contract to work for them for 5 years. Pero 18 years because
exactly.
Yeah, because I was comfortable with them and they're very, very, very good. Wala po ako masaya. I owe a lot from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Sabi mo, 3 years was the only in exchange for the scholarship. And you lasted 18 years.
18
Why?
Years. Yeah, because they never treated me like a stranger. I eat in the same table where they eat.
So you met the king?
Of course, several times, diba? And then I met all the clan because all my clients are just the clan. So the immediate family.
I'm supposed to ask you about that.
So it was like I was the designer of the royalty. So it was something beautiful for experience-wise. It was a very good exposure. and a very good stage for me to grow.
Pero limited ang audience, ang market mo.
No, because there's a lot of princesses in Saudi Arabia.
The whole?
Every corner has a princess. Has a prince and a princess. Yeah, kasi they have princesses by blood, and they have but they have princesses and prince from marriages.
Now,
So padami ng padami sa araw-araw.
Now, when you returned to Riyadh, did she open you an atelier or a boutique right away?
She
in
did.
The palace?
No, actually, it's outside the palace. But first, it was in the palace. Then she brought it outside the palace. So it's like she wanted the other people also can try.
So may mga walk-ins na?
Meron ng walk-ins, but also related to them.
Okay.
Oh,
so immediately ba, you used your name Amir Sali?
No, I did not use Amir Sali there. We used that another name.
Business name?
No, it's called The Light, Dar. So, parang Nur ang pangalan ng shop, ng business. And then, it hit talaga, nag-number 1 siya buong kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And then, that's the time I was exposed because I'm the first designer who staged a show in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia because fashion shows are not permitted there.
Yeah,
so I was the only one.
Paano mag-change yung mind ng the royal family to have you?
Siguro, the best part of it, because I was really like putting my heart to everything that I do. So it was a very good start for myself na lahat ng ginagawa ko, I always give my best. So they were so impressed that I can do this, I can do that because I'm interior design and then I turn into fashion designing. So my network mas lalong lumaki at yung field of learning mas lalong nag-flourish siya kasi you can already know things from the left side and from the right side as interior designer and as fashion designer.
But how was the fashion industry in Riyadh during that time?
Well, they are
versus Dubai.
Dubai is nothing compared to Saudi Arabia because Dubai is just Emirates and Saudi Arabia is kingdom. So
Pero the people coming in and out of Dubai, di ba? It's more
of the kingdom people, more of the kingdom princesses and people. They purchase their clothes direct from designers like Dior, YSL. So most of them are customized. So unlike Dubai people and other Arab areas, they usually get their clothes off the rack. What is available in the store or how expensive may be.
By signature.
Signature, ganun. Sila, ang kingdom, it's more of customized. They go to Valentino to order clothes, not to pick up clothes.
But when you started your own, you go to Amir Sali.
So, well, it passed through some system. Like today she's wearing like YSL and the next day she's wearing Chanel and then the next day Amir Sali. So
yun may Amir Sali na label ka na.
Doon na nag-start. So I was started it all started that I'm appearing in newspapers na. So but I was
local newspaper
in the kingdom, but the funny thing is I was identified as Saudi designer, not Filipino.
And you speak the language too.
Of course, fluently.
Yeah. So, mas madali ka maka-convince ng clients.
Yeah, I really talk to clients. I talk to them in Arabic. I don't speak English to them. So I speak Arabic to them, and that's the challenge, na they gave me the spotlight, and then I was able to stage so many shows in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Only.
Yeah, and audience by so many princesses. Like, ang sarap-sarap ng experience.
From other kingdoms?
From other states of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
And also nearby
Yeah, lahat ng princesses from Jeddah, from Al-Kubar, they're inviting to watch my show. So, it was the first time that the king gave the Al-Tuwaiq Palace for me to stage a show. It was a 200 collection. And that was the first time. And
that was your very first bonggang show.
Hindi lang siya first. My first show, but it was first in the kingdom.
In the kingdom.
In the history, because the women are not allowed to be displayed publicly.
Actually, I'm going to ask you that. Yeah. That I mentioned earlier about the fashion in Riyadh, because based on my research and that's what I've heard, Riyadh is a conservative country.
Yeah, very conservative.
Yes,
because it's a Islamic state. You know?
So how was fashion flourishing in Riyadh with a very conservative?
Well, fashion state? Because their system based
that time,
Yeah, that time everything is based in Quran. So in the parang pinaka Bible nila. So
So when you
Kingdom
say
of
based
Saudi
in
Arabia
Quran,
is...
pati fashion dictated by the
Yes,
Quran?
yes, because
Wow!
ang Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it's not run by the government. It's run by the Islamic
Yes.
leaders. So basically, all their activities, all the fashion, everything, nakadictate niyan is religious people. What to wear and not to wear. Religious people will dictate that. So medyo mahirap. It's a very challenging thing. But the only beautiful thing in Saudi Arabia, women can party on their own and men can party on their own. So
Yeah,
they're
oo,
separated.
separate, oo.
So whatever they will wear or what clothes they wear, bahala sila. Ang mga babae, bahala din ang mga lalaki.
But women cannot just wear anything in Riyadh.
Women?
Oo, di ba?
No, they can wear. They are sexier than the women here. Ay, grabe sila magdamit. That's what we think before, even
Oo
me.
nga.
Because we know that they cover their face, only eyes you can see. Yeah, that's publicly outside. But then when they're inside
the party,
the party hall,
uh-huh.
when they're already in the palace for the party, everything is removed. Kaya makita mo, ang mga outfit nila, mga gown na, parang swimsuit na lang kapraso ang mga suot nila. Yes, because there's nothing wrong wearing because it's all women wearing sexy clothes.
Yeah, but didn't you ask the princess or your lady boss to open a shop in Dubai? Since nagkakaroon ka na ng,
What do you mean Dubai?
in Dubai, it's from Riyadh, open your own shop in Dubai.
No, she really wanted the kingdom alone. Kasi gusto
exclusive.
niya, exclusive lang. If I'm going to work, I can reach my clients as far as Al-Khobar, Jeddah, or Dammam, whatever places. But it's in the kingdom lang talaga, within the kingdom lang. So that's why all my shows where we are inviting different princesses from different states, but exclusively for the kingdom.
Paano yung the pricing? Sa iyo ba o from the
Of course,
princess?
from them na. Kasi I don't own the shop. Yeah, it was just like my name, but their shop.
Now, when did your creative mind realize that you have to make use of or employ the intricate beadworks and elaborate embroidery in your designs?
Being a Filipino, I think, especially I came from the South, I grew up in a community wherein I see people using embellish and decorated clothes,
Especially the malong.
especially the southern part of Mindanao, through the embroidery, the like hand-woven stuff and intricate details of clothes. You will see that all in Mindanao because Muslim are known for very ornate things,
Yes,
So yung background ko
glittery
from,
things.
yung background from Mindanao, when it's gold, silver, any flashy things, it will always come from Mindanao. So parang ang laking part nun of me coming from Mindanao. So that's why now I discovered that I came from a country wherein ang dami kong paghuhugutan ng idea. Because this is a country full of different culture and tradition and from 7,700 islands, you get different ideas.
And you brought that to Riyadh?
Yes.
Ah,
And
really?
kaya sabi ko, nagpapasalamat ako for God making me a Filipino. Kasi I came from a country wherein you can get many resources or many ideas for your inspiration. Kasi hindi tayo isang isla lang. So 7,000 can offer you a lot of things.
Now, when you went to Paris, that fashion school, what was it like going to a fashion school in Paris?
Well, it's like, I think it's a very challenging thing because studying abroad, it's not only just learning, but you have to do a lot of adjustments with the culture, the
But financially, you never had a
and
problem.
because I cannot afford to study in Paris.
Maybe the princess.
Yeah, of course. If I was not supported by the princess, I cannot afford to study there. It's very expensive school, and the training is so complicated. So hindi siya madali.
Please tell me the name of the school so you
That's
can pronounce
École
it.
Lesage. École Lesage.
Okay,
So
that's good.
college of all Dior, Chanel, all the big stores in Paris, they go to Lesage for embroidery. So when you study in Lesage, you have a tendency to provide beadworks to Chanel.
So doon na pala yung beadworks mo.
Doon ang mga ideas, maano mo talaga, ma-develop mo talaga sarili. It's a very, very good school.
Okay.
Yeah. If you will come,
Other designers who came from that school, local designers?
wala akong
Only
most of
Amir
them
Sali.
there's also one designer who studied in France, but in another school. It's Fernone. He also
Fern.
graduated from Paris.
Uh-huh.
But most of the designers in the Philippines, like Michael Cinco, Rahul Laurel, all of them got a crash course in St. Martin, in London.
Uh-huh.
So the communication will be easier because it's in English.
But Paris is the center of fashion.
Yeah, it's a capital, fashion capital of the world.
Uh-huh.
But the good thing of Paris, most of their people they speak French, but they came from different roots. Like for example, my teacher, they came from Morocco. So they speak French. Moroccan, their second language is French.
An accent.
Yeah, French. Their main language is Arabic, and then their second language is French. Tayo naman English, our second language is Spanish, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Tama ba? Tagalog and English. Okay, so when I got that exposure with the Moroccans, I was so inspired that I can communicate with them even not in French because I can speak Arabic fluently. So the big advantage is I can learn even in Arabic ways, in Arabic communication.
Mas enriching yung process.
So it's beautiful. It's a very colorful journey because you don't only learn a particular craft, but you are learning a culture.
Yes.
You're adapting something that you don't have in your own country.
And the network, of course.
Yes, and it's the beautiful experience in Paris. It's parang you are already in a wonderland, you know. Like I when I go to stores in Paris, when I see the beads, the stones, the Swarovski and everything, you feel like you are in the cotton candy store. You are like you're having everything. I mean, everything is there. So nakaka-inspire. Nakaka-inspire. So walang mga things that I never experienced in the Philippines. I've experienced it there.
Yeah. So what was the best thing you've learned in that fashion school that you brought to Riyadh when you started beauty?
The embroidery. So most of the designers, they go to fashion school to study cutting, to study designing, and to study like style.
And you learn all these things also in Paris. Cutting.
That's only minor courses.
Okay.
So you get your own line of so most of the designers in the Philippines, they go for cutting, they go for fabric tech, to study the fabric. These are the things. But me, I studied embroidery. So I mastered the embroidery. I like embroidery, the thread working and everything. So yun yung minaster ko, which is iba sa mga designers sa Philippines lahat. Because embroidery is a very, para siyang hand weaving, you know. Okay. So you have to really
the skills.
Yeah, you have to really absorb and internalize everything before you can come up with a beautiful design. So ang dali kasi mag-cut, mag-design, ang dali. We can do that in
embroidery and beading is this more or less the same bang process?
Well, they are all in French. They say it bijou. So bijou means it's all embroidery, beadwork. It's already
under
bijou.
One category.
Yeah, one category. So it's accessorizing clothes, accessorizing things, bag. So malawak na siya.
How long can you finish a fully beaded gown?
A fully beaded gown, wala talaga siyang pwedeng kasi some people they give hours like 500 hours, mga ganyan-ganyan. Usually they say that in Dior, even other designers in Dubai will say this dress is like 3,000 hours or how many hours. But you know, depende kasi yun sa design and depende sa concept. So you cannot say na itong damit na ito magagawa mo lang in 1 month. There are some sketches that when you look at it, para ang dali-daling gawin. But pag execute mo na siya at mag-gather ka na ng material, it will take like a century for it to finish. So, depende talaga. It's not how you sketch it, but how you execute it that will really, doon ka mag-ano ng time frame mo kung kailan siya matatapos.
What's the best thing you've learned in your 2 decades working in the Middle East?
I think the best thing that I've learned working in the Middle East is not to be competitive. I like to be more cooperative. Okay. So I like to work with many brains. I like to work with.
But your world is a very competitive.
Yes, industry. It's a very competitive industry. But if you give chance for other people to learn what you know, and you work hand in hand together with them, I think you can come up with beautiful result of your design. Okay. So I'd like to be more cooperative than competitive. So what I've learned working in Saudi Arabia, you cannot stand and be superior above everyone. You will always be working hand in hand together to come up with a beautiful thing.
Is it same thing with other designers?
I don't think so. Other designers
working in the Middle East?
No. They like, ang problema kasi, to be honest, working as a designer, well, from the start siguro, you are more of who you are, what can you show to the world, blah, blah, blah.
Your identity.
Yeah, identity. But now I've discovered Christian Dior died long time ago, but Dior still exists.
Exists.
Coco Chanel died long time ago, but Chanel still exists.
Yes.
YSL died also, YSL still exists.
Versace.
So Versace, all of them died, and these famous men and women, and their products still exist until today.
Is that
Why?
your goal?
That's my goal. That's what I'm looking. Why are these things happening? So it inspired me. Talagang sabi ko, nawala na yung designer, nandyan pa rin yung product. But what happened to the Philippines? When the designer died, his product dies with him.
So, why kaya?
Kasi bakit? Mas sikat kasi dito ang designer kaysa produkto.
Kaya mo nalaman yan? When did you realize
No,
that?
I've realized that in my journey. Nobody taught me with that. But I discovered that here in the Philippines, it's very important that you're exposing the television. When you walk, people will come to you for photo shoot.
Chika-chika.
You will be identified. You will be known as a person. But for me, I like to separate my person and the product. It's two different things. So I like my product to be known more than myself.
Okay. Now, how did Hollywood discover Amir Sali?
How the Hollywood discovered Amir Sali? Siguro I'd like to use the word love.
Okay.
When you love something, you disregard regardless of who designed it, where this dress came from. So when you create some designs of clothes na may love, I think the entire world will love it. So I just do things putting love to it, like creating beautiful clothes regardless of who will wear it. Basta gawa lang ako ng magagandang bagay and putting my heart on whatever things that I do. So it will add more confidence on my creation. So mas gusto ko, I think Hollywood connected to Amir Sali because of love. They love what I did and they love to wear it. So it's very important kasi merong emotion ng paggusto mo sa isang attachment sa like sila Carrie Underwood, she wore Amir Sali.
Who was your very first Hollywood celebrity client?
We have
very first.
maraming Hollywood. There's a lot of Hollywood. Lahat ng mga designers dito maraming Hollywood experience na. Pero only hindi kasi pagdating doon like for example, like late Gutter Cole, 'di ba?
Si Rocky.
Ang dami niyang ginawa ng damit, 'di ba? Pero hindi naman alam na si Rocky ang gumawa noon. So, because there's an agency in America like Mario Agency.
Yes.
So you get Amir Sali clothes and then you bring it to J-Lo.
So you went through the same process.
So it's more about Mario than Rocky.
The same process with you?
No. Ako kasi...
Direct?
Yeah, direct kasi. So, yung pinakamaganda sa akin kasi when I saw my name in the newspaper in the Hollywood na Amir Sali, Carrie Underwood wearing Amir Sali, so it was direct. So, maganda. Like sila Fern One, like Michael Cinco, they are direct. Direct talaga. So, they were not commissioned to do something for someone that they haven't met. So, parang...
Did you met Carrie Underwood first before doing her?
No, actually, it's just, I haven't met her, but it was just the communication. Nowadays, it's social media, Instagram and everything. So, grabe yung pagkukunan. So, marami...
She saw your designs and your products.
Yes. So, gustong-gusto niya yung mga damit at saka, so, we let her wear that Amir Sali thing. So,
what was your initial reaction?
Wala.
At the time?
Well, ayoko ilagay siya sa utak ko. Pero I think I'm so happy that people love my clothes. So regardless of their status and who they are.
Walang starstruck effect?
Wala akong ganun. Parang, isa lang kasi naka-starstruck sa akin, Diyos. Pag merong ang tao may Diyos, doon ako na-starstruck. Pero kung makita ko yung tao lang and you're so high that you're unreachable, one day magkakabulak ka rin sa ilong, mamamatay ka rin.
So wala kang favorite Hollywood star na nadamitan?
Wala rin akong favorite designer.
Because yourself is...
No, siguro my kalaban is myself.
Okay.
So for me, my challenge, I get it from myself. So akin talaga is I'm just doing this out of love. So I'm not going to do this to compete with anybody. And I don't like my feet to be on top of people's head just to be taller than them. So I don't like this is not my cup of tea.
In terms of work ethics, who's easier to work with? Hollywood celebrities or local celebrities?
Actually, working without knowing who they are, mas gusto ko yun. Like, Mario Labad ba, this or that, wala. Siguro, rendering services to people, regardless of who they are, I think it's a matter of satisfaction. Satisfying them and satisfying yourself. So, hindi na ako namimili, Mar, ng sinong gagawan. So,
Ang importante,
gusto
nagpagawa.
nila, masaya
Yung
silang
gusto,
isuot yun. For me, that's already fulfillment. So, achievement ko na yun.
Mir, a few years back, when I was still starting in the industry, I interviewed a couple of designers. That was in the early 90s. During the time, ang comment nila is the Philippines cannot really achieve a full fashion industry because there's no such thing as a fabric industry. Now, at this point, can you still say the
Okay.
same?
In the Philippines, to be honest, kung sino ang makarinig nito, I'm just being honest and
Okay.
truthful. There is no fashion industry in the Philippines.
Fashion industry talaga.
There is no fashion industry in the Philippines.
Okay.
Until today, we are still trying our best to act like we have an industry, but we don't. It's just a make-believe that we have an industry. Wala. We cannot find beautiful fabrics in our country. We work next to nothing. There is no good resources here. Wala kang gumagawa ng sinulid sa atin dito. Meron ba? Wala. We have no thread company. We don't have zipper company. We don't have lining company. We don't have an industry here. We have only very good artists and very creative people. Alam
But not
mo,
enough.
saludo ako sa napakaraming Filipino na fashion designers or artists who are working next to nothing. Because we don't have resources here. We only depend what China is giving us. We're only depending what Korea is sending us. So, nakakaawa kaya magpupunta ka sa lahat ng mga shops dito na Metro Manila or
And you go abroad to purchase your material.
here lang in Metro Manila, nakakalungkot na most of the shops of different designers
Designers.
from different atelier, they have the same material. Kasi they get one source,
Supplier.
divisoria. So that's why designers need to fly out, need to really get their things outside.
Yeah.
Kasi nandun ang industry, nasa labas. So dito, binless tayo ng Lord na napaka-creative ng mga artists, pero sad that the government doesn't support the artists here.
Yeah.
Kaya nga nakakaingit
So,
other
so-
countries. Na.
So seemingly it boils down to lack of technology,
Lack of
government
technology.
support,
Ano rin, of course, walang government support. At
and
saka,
capitalization probably.
ano rin, yung hindi nabigyan ng tamang spotlight yung
Okay.
mga artists dito. Wala talaga, nakakaawa. Like, there are artists who go abroad for their exhibit. Nagmamartilyo pa yan, nasa London kasi hindi pa tapos yung mga gawa nila kasi walang tumutulong, walang support.
Yeah, but what happened to the Inabel in Ilocos?
Yeah, Inabel in Ilocos, yes, it's
The
beautiful.
Malong in the southern
Yeah,
Philippines.
lahat yan magagandang fabric. But you cannot
Yes.
wear Inabel every day.
The
Diba?
pinya in Aklan.
You cannot also wear pinya every day, di ba?
Yeah. But what if you're gonna work in the whole,
No,
the
actually, the
industry?
government should support the entire fashion industry in the Philippines because we have a lot of potential designers and artists here in the Philippines who can still have the chance, who can still have the energy to develop more of our industry here.
Why
So
not
dapat
lobby
yan
this-
katulad ng
yeah.
pinya. Like for
Okay.
example, why not use pinya and get a technology that can make pinya more stronger, more reusable, more friendly
Okay.
when you wear it. So para makagawa tayo ng mga ala Balenciaga, ala Dior na
Okay.
pinya look. Pinya siya pero ang look niya very global. That we cannot do. Why? When you bring the pinya to London, to Paris, paglabas lang sa luggage, mukha na siyang basahan. Kasi ang hirap niyang plantsahin, ang hirap niyang alagain ang pinya. So,
But
how
among
will
you,
sell?
among you designers, can't you not lobby to a certain group, an NGO, to assist the so-called fashion industry?
I'm sure all the designers are really dreaming that somebody from somewhere else will support them, whatever things that they can do to develop and improve our industry here. But the problem, it's so short span lang ang support kasi if there's someone who will support, tutulungan ka lang for a month or two. At the end, iwanan ka. Kaya maraming mga machines sa atin na hindi na nagagamit because Filipinos cannot afford to maintain them. So, kinakalawang na lang hanggang... So, dapat kasi mahaba yung proseso.
Outdated na
Oo,
yung mga-
outdated na yung mga machine, lahat. Nakakaawa nga tayo kung when it comes. Kaya, I'm very sad that we have very beautiful glossy magazines of fashion. Wala naman tayong industry.
Now, two quotes I read from your post sa Facebook. I want you to expound on it and make a comment. And I quote, I am not into fame. I would prefer my clothes to be worn and seen rather than my name be popular. End of quote.
That's what I said a while ago.
Yeah.
So sabi ko, mas gusto ko kasing ma-enjoy ng tao yung produkto
Okay.
rather than making myself up in a pedestal, you know. So it's useless kasi because myself will vanish in thin air one day.
Yeah.
I'm perishable.
Okay.
But my art is not perishable because art is eternal. Because art comes from God. So God who created all this beautiful nature where we get our inspiration. So kung designer ka, I like my clothes to be mas bigyan ng attention more than myself.
Ah.
Kasi it's ano kasi pag when you see people wearing your clothes and you remove your name out of mas
Na-appreciate.
ma-appreciate mo siya na ang ganda pala ng damit na yan.
Not
Kasi
because it's an Amir Sali.
No, not because it's Amir Sali, because you give your best in doing such thing. So,
Yeah.
importante talaga yung ihiwalay mo yung sarili mo sa ginagawa mo. Kasi for me, when you put yourself with your clothes together, that's you're already leading yourself to destruction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked you that because I felt kasi when more people wear your clothes.
Can I cite some examples?
Okay.
Like now, Pitoy Moreno, everybody salute him. He's one great artist that we should really appreciate and for his work.
Okay.
But did you see any product in the market na Pitoy Moreno in SM, in anything, na binibenta? Even he already died, but he's one of the great artists of the country.
Fashion,
Wala. Kasi mas mabenta pang ang bench na made in China kaysa Pitoy
Anong
Moreno.
Anong nangyayang
Kasi
problema doon?
ang problema doon, mas sikat kasi yung designer kaysa produkto.
Yun
Dapat
pala.
pinasikat yung produkto, hindi yung designer. Kasi ang designer namamatay, pero ang pangalan hindi.
Yeah, pero the more people wear your clothes, your designs, isn't that tantamount to fame?
Well, wala na tayong magagawa kasi sa fame. Actually, ang fame kasi is just a bonus.
Okay.
It's not the main thing. Like for example, parang restaurant, di ba? You get a good service when you give your tip first before eating rather than eating first and give your tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kapag pumapasok ako restaurant, I'd rather give my tip to the waiter. Para sa iyo to. Before serving me.
Oh, really?
So mas maganda kasi naibibigay niyo yung best niya pag-serve kasi nabigyan mo na sila ng token. Pero kung magbigay ka ng tip last, hindi na mabibigay ang best niya tapos ka nang kumain.
Okay, I learned from that. Now, your second quote. And I quote, "A woman who wears an Amir Sali creation is a woman of opulence. She is bold and confident, and she is willing to cross borders." End of quote.
Kasi I like women, women to be strong. I like women to be strong because we have we have a long history that women are maltreated. Women are always next power-wise, sunod lang siya sa lalaki. At we know many stories that women are not treated so well. So I like women to wear Amir Sali, and clothing will help her have that confidence and yung insecurity niya mawawala lahat because she know what she's picking, she know what she's wearing. So importante kasi yun eh. Like this today, nung unang panahon, when we go back, maraming babaeng they don't know what to buy for themselves. But this time, this era right now, women are so powerful. They know how to pick their Louis Vuitton, they know how to pick their Louboutin. So, ibig sabihin ng they know their Hermes. So, the women today are no longer ordinary women. We have women today who are empowered. We have women today who have confidence, and we have women today who are stronger than the women 50 years ago.
Is that the reason why you're too close to Miss Corina Sanchez? Because she's a empowered and strong woman.
Corina kasi, she has her own character. And I like character dressing. I like character dressing. I want women to wear who they are and they're wearing whatever their personality, yun yung suot nila. Kasi yan ang nawala sa Pilipinas eh. Kasi pinipilit natin ng isang babae magsuot. Ay, suotin mo to kasi this is the word bongga. Pero yung bongga na hindi naman niya personality yun. So, magiging baduy lang yung damit lalabas kasi hindi naman niya person. So, we are not going to design women to make them bongga. We should always enhance women by giving them confidence, by telling them what is best for them to wear. So, it's more of character dressing.
Okay.
You dress up women because this is her personality. So at the end of the day, when she go to the party, she's wearing herself.
So among our powerful women nowadays, sino yung gusto mong bigyan ng character dressing?
Napakaraming mga powerful women in the Philippines that we can see. But I think I like to do
aside from Corina, of course.
I like to do power dressing to the wife of the president.
Wow.
I like to enhance her.
Why?
I know
Why?
she's very simple, and I think she has a lot of things to offer. But only maybe she is just like controlling herself, or probably she's not into that thing. But I hope one day someone or somebody else, not even me or other designers, can convince her to dress up, because I think she has her own flair that we need. The entire world wanted to witness.
And what kind of character in her you like most?
I don't
As
like
what
her.
you've seen.
No, I've seen First Lady Lisa, but when I look at her, I don't like her to do something like Imelda Marcos did.
Okay.
Because Imelda will always be Imelda.
Imelda, of course.
And nobody can replicate that. So I want her to be the wife of Bongbong Marcos. And she was because she's a strong woman.
Okay.
She's a lawyer. She's a strong one. So I wanted her to dress up something more of over the border konti. Wag yung comfort zone lang niya. Medyo iba kasi
Executive dressing, parang gano'n?
no, I don't like also to say her corporate. I think merong parang Audrey Hepburn lang.
Okay.
Hindi masyadong bongga, pero makita mo yung Audrey is wearing Audrey.
Okay.
So I want Lisa to wear Lisa.
Or like the wife of the late President Kennedy, the wife of Kennedy?
Jacqueline.
That
Jackie
kind
O.
of woman dressing?
Ganung klaseng bihis na hindi naman flamboyant, pero alam natin dignified and talagang may flair.
Yeah, okay. Jackie O.
Oo.
Yeah, now,
Jackie O.
you recently launched your RTW. Now,
Okay.
how wearable is the RTW of Amir Sali?
Now, as I've told a while ago in our earlier questions, I like women to grab clothes from the rack. If I'm going to do RTW right now, I like women to grab from the rack that they are going to wear Amir Sali because they are happy, because they love it. It's not because it's expensive or it's this and that. So basically, I want people to wear clothes to be happy. Napakalaking factor kasi yung happiness.
Yeah. But how flamboyant are your RTW?
Siguro, well, nowadays, if you go to Zara's stores, you can see T-shirts with crystals and studs. So I think we can put a little bling or a little touch of, or probably not bling or thread work or embroidery to an Amir Sali RTW, and that's it. Yung so hindi naman kasi yung punuin siya ng bato para maging Amir Sali.
So
but sometimes there's a little flair and a little touch that will make things a little bit different from the rest.
Okay, now, how do you convince people why do they need to go to the atelier Amir Sali? Why?
Gandang tanong yan, because I don't like to convince people to come to me. Because I haven't tried spending even 1 peso to advertise my name from the beginning till today. And even if I stage shows in Hawaii and other countries, I never tried spending like money just to stage a show. If they don't invite me, it's okay. If I don't have a show, it's okay. So I don't like to sweat and toil for something like to chase after the win. So ako parang ikaw, if you love it, then have it, you know. So it's not, you don't need to convince people to wear an Amir Sali. But if you have, I have one liner. If you have good taste, get one Amir Sali.
Now, what are in your three decades in the industry, right?
It's my almost 4 decades, 35 years in the industry. Ang tagal na.
What's the best thing you've learned here?
Okay, 35 years is a very colorful years in my life. But one thing I've learned in this industry is you should keep yourself humble. Wala kang pwede ipagmalaki because everything that you've learned, everything that you acquired, you just acquired it along the way. Wala namang pinanganak na magaling. Pero pinipili talaga ng tao kung paano siya gumaling at gagaling. So para sa akin, we will all die, and I think the most important thing in life is to celebrate your existence. So in my existence, I would like to celebrate Amir Sali because I've added colors to the lives of other people.
The happy Amir Sali.
Yes, the happy Amir Sali.
In 3 words, Mir, how will you describe Amir Sali during the early years of your career?
Amir Sali is curious. Amir Sali is willing to cross borders. Amir Sali will never burn his own bridge where he himself will pass through it. Ayoko kasi yung, hindi ko kaya yan. Palagi, kaya ko yan, pupuntahan ko yan, tatawirin ko yan. I'm not the person kasi na sinusunog ko yung tulay na doon din naman ako tatawin. So, I always encourage myself to see the other side of the bridge.
Okay.
I like to cross and I keep on telling
A
myself,
silver lining.
Oo.
Other channel.
Yeah.
End of the
Anong
channel.
kayang nasa kabila? Like even my father, we came from a very comfortable family. And then my father was a very good position in the government. Why should I go to Saudi Arabia and work there, diba? But it's not about where you came from, but it's the most important thing in life is where you're going. So para sa akin, pinili ko talagang mag-abroad hindi dahil gusto kong kumita. Pinili kong mag-abroad dahil gusto kong matuto.
Now, in 3 words, how would you describe Amir Sali today?
Amir Sali is, say, 3
words. The Amir Sali today.
Amir Sali today is God-fearing. That's it.
That's it?
Yun lang. Oo.
Oh, wow.
So I get everything, my idea, my everything comes from the Lord. So para sa akin, I don't want to sound religious, but I am a very spiritual person. I believe art came from the Lord. God created everything, the heavens and the earth. So, whatever God created, doon tayo huhugot ng inspirasyon. Hindi ka tayo magkakamali pag kukunin mong inspirasyon mo galing sa Diyos.
When did you start? I'm just curious. When did you start this spiritual upliftment of yours?
Sali means, in Arabic, Sali means messenger of God.
Okay.
So, Amir Sali, it's the prince and messenger of God. So,
what a responsibility.
I came from a very I came from a very conservative Muslim family, but I'm Christian.
Yeah, that's why I'm just wondering.
It's medyo confusing siya. I came from a very conservative Muslim family, but I'm Christian. So, ako naman kasi, I'm not into colors. Meaning, Iglesia ni Cristo ka, Katoliko ka, Muslim ka, whatever you are. For me, the most important thing, you should get that character of God, which is accepting, forgiving, and loving. If a person can accept other person, and if a person can forgive other person, and if a person can love other person, I think that's the best character that a man should get. So, importante sa akin, I'm not spiritual, but I've learned from God, I've learned from many teachings na importante matuto tayong tumanggap sa sarili, tanggapin ng ibang tao, patawarin ng ibang tao, at humingi ng tawad sa kapwa-tao, at higit sa lahat, matutong mahalin kahit hindi sila kamahal-mahal. Dahil tayo din naman, hindi tayo kamahal-mahal, pero minahal tayo ng Diyos.
We're not perfect.
Minahal tayo ng Diyos kahit hindi tayo kamahal-mahal.
What's your biggest frustration in the industry?
Frustration?
Yes.
Well, I don't want to be rude and harsh about it, but I'm really sad that the government did not support the Filipino artists.
Ever since?
No, during the era of the Marcoses, before, it was well supported. But now, I don't know if that kind of era will still come back, you know. But I believe na sana ang Pilipinas ay tulungan ang mga artists dito because the Filipino artists can offer so many things to the world if given the proper stage, the proper spotlight, and the proper support. Proper forum, support, and everything. I think the artists in the Philippines will really conquer the world. Sabi nga na, umulan daw ng oil, gising ang mga Arabo. Nung umulan daw ng dolyares, gising ang Amerikano. Pero nung umulan ng good taste, gising lahat ng Pilipino. We have good taste.
Okay. That's nice. Now, my sense of fashion is sometimes convoluted and disparaging. What advice can you give a millennial or a Gen Z young lady how to wear or what to wear this holiday season?
What to wear this holiday season?
Yes.
So, we still are in pandemic right now.
Yes.
So, I don't like to tell them, go and get an Amir Sali dress. But I think the only advice I can give to the new generation is enjoy what you have. And do not go beyond the border that you can hurt yourself and hurt other people. Do not force situation if they're not meant to be. So, tanggapin na lang ang dapat tanggapin, i-enjoy na lang ang dapat i-enjoy. So, I advise the new generation right now to learn contentment so they can always be happy every day.
That's good. Now, any upcoming shows?
I have a lot. We have
Okay.
6, 7 shows coming in next year.
Not in holiday season. Not in
No,
December.
no, this season, no.
Early next
I'm
year.
supposed to have a show on December 4 in Dubai, but we canceled it and moved it to another time next year.
Okay.
But we have a lot in store for next year,
Yes.
and we have a show in Singapore on January,
Okay.
and then we have also a show on May back in Hawaii, a bigger one.
Oh.
It's a huge. We did a Hilton in Hawaii.
With Miss Mitzi too?
Yeah, that time with Mitzi was around, but
Okay.
this time we're going to do it with Xander because we're launching. We have a new product line na mga shawls na embellish.
Okay.
Kasi yung
I
mga
love
babaeng
that.
ayaw magsuot ng Amir Sali na damit, we'll give them shawl. So it will be launched by another designer. Hopefully, he will-
Filipino designer.
It's a Filipino design. He'll be known one day pag makalabas na yung product nila. Because it's very hard to talk about it when people did not witness it. Anong product yan? So, we're preparing for that thing. And I think that shawl...
Singapore show. You have a
Singapore show. We have also a Paris show.
Okay.
Paris show. We have also Hawaii. And we're going back to New York again for Independence.
Okay.
Independence Day. I will be having a show in New York. And then we are like cooking Australia but we're sure already of Houston on November 4, but we're trying to cook Oslo, Norway, and Australia. They're inviting me, but hindi pa ako nag-yes.
Yeah. You're concocting a show with Michael Cinco. Can you say?
Yeah, they asked me for that, and even Michael gave me an idea of that.
Okay.
So, but I told Michael, I cannot have a show with you because you have a very strong manpower in Dubai, and we don't have here in the Philippines. If I think I was
It's going to be done here in the Philippines?
No, ang production kasi Dubai and Philippines is far different.
Okay.
So kung ako sasabay ng show ni Michael, parang I don't like people to stage a show and people will compare us. But I'd rather have to stage show to show to them two different ways of expression of creativity that will be witnessed. I would like to stage show that they can see two different kinds of creativity coming from two different artists.
That is, wow, that's nice. So, please invite our viewers how to go and check and add opulence in their fashion taste.
Well, I'm going to invite everyone. Enjoy your. To maximize everything, I'm inviting the entire world to enjoy every moment of their lives, enjoy fashion, because fashion will give us a smile in our face, and fashion will add colors to our lives.
Yes.
So I'm encouraging everybody not to just wear clothes, but to be more, not fashionable, but I want you to be more stylish. So enjoy. And I'm very thankful for having me here
Of course,
in KLIKPH. Talagang I'm so honored and humbled na in-invite niyo ako dito to
Likewise.
talk. So I was also interviewed in Hawaii, in television, in US television. Hindi ko rin inakala yun. Sino ba naman ako para interview
Of course,
nila?
you're Amir Sali.
But I was shocked that I was in the mainstream news. They interviewed me. So it's so humbling experience. Kaya pasalamat ako. So I'm encouraging everyone to continue on following KLIKPH.com. And there's a lot of segment that you will enjoy.
Oh,
thank you very much also, Mario, for inviting me. Mario is an old friend. We came
Yes,
from the
of
same
course.
school. At maraming salamat din sa lahat ng nasa likod ng crew dito po sa KLIKPH.com.
On that note, thank you very much once again, and good luck to your upcoming show.
Maraming salamat
and to your
for having
future
me.
endeavors.
Thank you
Keep
very much,
safe
Mar.
always.
Thank you so
Thank you, Amir.
God bless
Yeah,
everyone.
sure. At this point, I would like to thank our generous friends, to Mr. Eugene Yap of the General Manager of Bayview Park Hotel, Manila, your home by the bay, and to Miss Vernie Galang of Sales and Marketing. Also to Gia Soap Making based in Davao, to the internationally acclaimed fashion designer, Mr. Amir Sali, the
Thank
Prince
you
of
for
Leeds,
having me.
and to a good friend of mine, Arthur Catibo, he is now based in Italy. Till next meaningful chit-chat with your favorite celebrity, only here on Click Celebrity Corner. As always, I'm Mario Labad. Till then, and keep clicking.
Keep clicking. Thank you.